Over the weekend, Justin Swanstrom earned the all-steel, all-glass victory at Big Jake's Southern No Time Nationals 8 at Extreme Raceway Park in Ferris, Texas, adding another highlight to his already impressive resume. In addition to winning the ASAG trophy, Swanstrom and his Justin Swanstrom racing team finished second in the BSO 275, capping a demanding but fruitful expedition in which they entered 4 cars in various categories. Swanstrom's weekend was characterized not only by his performance but also by the amount of work required to compete at such a high level. The Florida-based driver and his team had been working through a rigorous test regimen for days before they even unloaded at XRP. Swanstrom described how his team conducted early morning test sessions at Orlando Speed World in a pre-race film, with crew members completing the vehicle's final touches as late as 2:30 a.m. and returning to the track by 5:30. To make sure they would be prepared to face the intense Texas heat and the competitive no-time race, they drained and replenished fluids, serviced engines, and applied finishing touches to several vehicles. The squad rolled into Ferris with depth, confidence, and the conviction that they had the setups and horsepower to compete with the best, proving that their efforts had paid off. As evidence of the talent and preparation in the camp, JSR had 4 entries through the first round by the time eliminations started. Throughout the weekend, Swanstrom himself was incredibly sharp on the tree, never going below .019, and he performed admirably when it came time to compete for the ASAG title. As a fitting reward for the many hours put up by his close-knit gang, Swanstrom flipped on the last win light while driving his screw-blown Lexus. Prenup to my fees say says validi toy the that is say these are all steel, all glass title. Along with the ASAG win, JSR entered another vehicle in the BSO 275 final, where Tommy Humans and longtime friend and opponent Travis Harvey, as well as tuner Lee White, were defeated by Swanstrom in his screwed-up money-bag Camaro. Swanstrom hustled to stay out ahead and left on time with a .012 light, but he later acknowledged that it wasn't in the cards to double up. Nevertheless, there was no denying the body of work. A squad that keeps proving it belongs among the best in small tire competition put on a remarkable show with 2 vehicles in 2 different finals, a victory and a runner-up, and 4 JSR machines making it past the first round. Swanstrom was quick to give gratitude to his father, Big Country Corey Swanstrom, who worked with him on setups and stroked keys throughout the weekend to ensure every pass was significant. Additionally, he praised the commitment of his team, which included Jesse, Will, Slinky, Big Daddy Brian, Kyle, Austin, Jaden, Tony, Orley, and Lauren Wyatt. They made calls, turned wrenches, and kept the operation running under duress. The achievement meant more to Swanstrom than a single award. He addressed detractors who have argued he needed help to win, or that his program was beset by breakage. The weekend, in his opinion, demonstrated that JSR has the personnel and procedures necessary to hang out with anyone in the game. His stamina was put to the limit as he managed client entries and drove 2 cars himself, but he accepted the challenge and left feeling proud of his team. He acknowledged that he was exhausted from driving 2 cars, rushing back and forth and making sure his clients were ready and taken care of, but the reward was well worth the effort. The triumph also gave JSR back-to-back victories at BSO races in the previous 2 years, demonstrating the program's capacity to perform well under pressure. Winning in front of promoter Jacob Harper and a full house at Extreme Raceway Park gave even more significance to an event that has developed into one of the premier no-time showcases in the South. For hosting the event and allowing his team to participate, Swanstrom was quick to thank Harper, Clyde and Amanda Scott, Galen Smith, XRP, and Dominique Brown. Swanstrom and crew were already anticipating their next excursion when the dust cleared in Texas. His program has come to be known for its dedication, long nights, and readiness to use several cars. Swanstrom departed Ferris with money in his pocket, hardware in hand, and momentum going into Swanfest, even though the naysayers may continue to debate. The Southern No Time Nationals was more than just another track weekend for him and his team. It was evidence that their perseverance, camaraderie, and will to succeed can pay off in the face of the sport's most challenging conditions.